Hello, this is Dr. Hine and welcome to the Math Bunker. Today we're asked to find the circumference of a circle given the radius and round to the nearest tenths. And so we have a question that has the radius of a circle. We'll go over the parts of the circle first. First we have a circle. We draw a circle. And the center part of the circle is still called the center. But now we just have a line that goes through the center part into the outer part, which is called the circumference. And the circumference of a circle is the area that goes completely around the center. Okay? So if we're given the radius, which is, so we start from the center part of the circle and we go to the edge to the part of the circumference and we draw a line. This line is half the distance of the diameter. The diameter goes all the way from one side to the other, but when you have half the distance, it's called the radius. Okay? So let's say the radius in this circle is, we'll say 6.4. So we'll say 6.4. And so the distance from the center to the edge of the circumference is 6.4, and this could be kilometers, this can be feet, this can be inches. But we'll just say for now it's 6.4. Now to solve this, we'll use the circumference formula that deals with radius, which is c equals 2 pi r, which c is the circumference. 2, since it's half the distance of the diameter, we're going to multiply it times 2 to make up for the other side, times pi, which is 3.14, times the radius. In this case, it's 6.4. So let's put all that together. So I'll take 2 and multiply it times 3.14. So we'll say times 3.14, which stands for pi, and I'll multiply it times the radius, which is 6.4. And you could put this in a calculator all at once. 2 times 3.14 times 6.4. And my answer is 40.192. I'm then asked to round my answer to the nearest tenths. Now the tenth spot is located here, which is precisely 1 unit to the right of the decimal. So I need to round the 1 to the nearest tenths. To do that, I look at the number in the hundred spot. The hundred spots is the number that's 2 units right of the decimal. So the number 2 units right of the decimal is 9. So 9's in the hundred spot. Now when rounding, if I'm rounding to the nearest tenths, I look to the number to its right, which is in the hundred spot, and this is what I'm looking for. If that number is 5 or greater, I'll add 1 to the number in the tenth spot, which is a 1. If the number is 4 or lower, I won't do anything to the 1. In both cases, I'll draw every number from the hundreds on to the right. They'll all go away. So let's take a look. The number in the hundred spot is a 9. Well, the 9 is greater than 5, or it's 5 or greater, so I'm going to add 1. I'm going to plus 1 to the one that's already there. 1 plus 1 is 2. Therefore, my answer is 40.2. So 40.2 is my distance around the circle, also known as the circumference of the circle. And again, thank you for joining me. I'm Dr. Hine, and this is Math in the Bunker.